You're scrolling through Instagram and you see an ad. You click on the ad, come back to your page. While you're scrolling through, you begin to see several other ads, except all these new ads are of the same exact product, but from different companies. How does this happen? To explain this, I need to take you into the mind of the store creator. Let's say you want to start an online business. You don't have a lot of money. You need something cheap and efficient. What are your options? One of the options you have is to start with a business model called dropshipping. Dropshipping is an old, relatively ancient business model. With the dropshipping, you don't have to own any inventory. You don't have to have any storefronts. Since you don't have your own inventory, all you need to do is find someone who does. Someone who has a bunch of items in a warehouse that they need to sell. They need sales and they have inventory. You don't have inventory, but you have the time, likely enough resources to try to sell. Well, in the old days, what you did was you created a magazine. In that magazine, you put in all the quirky, interesting products that people would otherwise not find. You ship the magazines to people's houses via post. And when they find something they like, something interesting, they make an order. Now, if you're the seller or if you're the magazine creator, once you get the order, you take the money that you have gotten from the customer, you go over to the person with the inventory, you pay them for the product, and then you ask them to ship the product directly to the customer. So you don't even need to ever see the product physically. You can do that from afar. In the old days, they did that with magazines, but today you don't need to do that. You have the internet. Now, in today's world, you have many means of advertising. You could go on Facebook and Instagram. You see, if you simply found the product online or in another store and you advertised it, your profit margin is slim. What do? Well, today, you start a website. You build a website and you get the product images. You put it on the website as if it's yours and make it look like a regular e-commerce website. When the customer comes on your website, after they see your ad on Facebook or Instagram, they buy the product from you. You simply put in their shipping address and you ship. Now, about a decade ago, someone discovered that AliExpress had a bunch of really cheap items. And Westerners don't really visit AliExpress, many for very good reasons. They discovered, however, that AliExpress had those interesting, quirky products that you wouldn't find at the mall, something like those knives of old. And they could market those same products to people, have people make the order on their websites, and they'd ship them. You don't need to contact the manufacturer by phone. You simply go on the website itself, you make the order as if you're ordering for yourself, you put in your customer's shipping address, and you have the item shipped directly to their home. The website most used for this is a website called Shopify. If you went on Shopify right now, you'll spend about $9. You'll pay for one of their subscriptions, and that will set you up with a website. You could go on a regular domain website, purchase a domain, and connect your Shopify store to your domain. So now you have a custom domain and a well set up, professional looking Shopify store. In fact, Shopify is so used to this that they have set up streamlined ways for people to get AliExpress items into their Shopify store. They have plugins that they've created where with that plugin, you don't need to do anything. You don't need to physically go on AliExpress. You can access the catalog directly and have the orders made. When they're made on your website, they will automatically be made on AliExpress with your customer shipping information, and the item will be shipped to them. They hold master classes on this as well to teach people how to do this. What's the problem with dropshipping? Inherently, there is nothing wrong with dropshipping. Think about it. But for these people, we wouldn't know of interesting products. Let's take, for instance, the leather jacket that I have made several videos on this channel. But for the person advertising it, but for David Outwear, Villain Outwear, and all these other companies, we wouldn't know about them. There's another orthopedic pillow that's going around right now. The children's elephant, that one was popular as well. These are interesting, fun products. All these products, we wouldn't have known about them but for these advertisers. So what is the real problem? Now, the real problem is in that first product I mentioned. There's a disconnect between the person selling the product and the person receiving the product, because the person selling the product never actually sees the product. In this case, when they're shipping from AliExpress directly to you, they never actually have the opportunity to review the product and make sure that the product is of quality. Secondly, they just don't have any incentive to make sure it's quality either way, because usually the products with the best images sell the most. And many times they are not like they look in the images. Certain industries are very susceptible to this. One of them is men's fashion and women's fashion as well. But the reason why I concentrate mostly on men's fashion is men's fashion is structured in such a way that the men who go after good looking, stylish items are few. And what that means is when the marketers market the items, they hike up the prices. Now, in the case of women, there are many women's stores that sell items from AliExpress. In fact, they are more popular than men's stores. But I don't make videos about them because of the prices they sell them at. So like the leather jacket I reviewed. The leather jacket I reviewed, if you bought it for $50, even $60 retail, would be a fair price. It's a pretty good leather jacket, PU leather and polyester, but at $60 you're not expecting a very quality jacket. So if someone sold it to you for $60, there will be no point making a video about it. They sold you something of value. When they sell it to you at $90, $100, $120, now they are overpricing. They are overstating the quality and the value of the item they're selling to you. That's where the problem begins. In women's fashion, if they buy it for $10, they sell it at $20 because the competition is so high. So you have many large women's stores that sell these items on their stores and ship them to their customers. Sometimes the customers are disappointed, much like Shein, right? Shein does the same thing, but it's $20. The real value of the item was $10. On the other hand, for men's fashion, if it's worth $20 and you sell it to someone for $60, when they receive the item, they feel ripped off. Now, there are other men's categories that are not as bad either. One of them is men's jewelry. Now, if you buy a gold item for $20 online, you know it's not real gold, right? But then there are other bracelets as well that I've seen that are actually pretty good. So if you bought this on a retail store, that wouldn't be bad either. If you bought this on a dropshipping store, that wouldn't be bad either. So with men's fashion and a few other categories I'll go through, you are in a bad mix where you have bad items being sold at higher prices and the shipping takes 2 to 3 weeks. Now, sometimes the dropshippers do what is slightly smarter. They buy it in bulk when they can afford to, and then they ship it to Amazon. Amazon puts it in their warehouse and now they can ship it to you prime shipping. So it takes care of the shipping problem. There is one store that does this for the same leather jacket I've reviewed before. I think it's called F Jackets. Someone sent me a link. It's the same jackets that they sell there. The price is way too high. However, the shipping doesn't take 2 to 3 weeks to arrive at your doorstep anymore. This is why dropshipping is rampant. You don't need a lot of money to start it. You need $9 to $10 to pay Shopify, another $10 to get your domain name. You can set up the website and begin making sales almost immediately. Now, of course, you need to have a few extra $100 to advertise on Instagram and Facebook. And now we've gone full circle to where this started. If it's this easy to start, what you're gonna have is a bunch of people starting the same companies with the same products online and using the same media. They use Facebook and Instagram because they have the most people. They're the easiest to start with. You can open a Facebook account and start advertising tomorrow. Now, the way Facebook and Instagram work is they track what you see, they track what you like. It's all these things together to create a profile of you. So if I wanted to advertise on Facebook now, which I've done before, all I need to do is go select the demographic and pick exactly the people I want to target. And over time, the Facebook algorithm begins to learn who to market what to. So when you click on one of those ads, Facebook learns that you like this item, you're interested in it, or you want to buy something like this, and they show you the same similar ads. You end up with one person seeing the same ads over and over and over again. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think in the comment section about this, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.